somebody stop me. Stop me, stop me. Somebody stop me. Stop me, stop me. Oh, somebody stop me. Lord, if I'm doing it wrong, please stop me. Stop me. Stop me. Stop me. And Lord, if I'm doing it wrong, then please stop me. Somebody stop me. Stop me, stop me. Somebody stop me. Stop me, stop me. Oh, somebody stop me. Lord, if I'm doing it wrong, then please stop me. Stop me.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2.
Let's go now.
They start the drive with Peterson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
There we go. Nice play, baby.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Play fake. Winston. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. From the gun, Winston. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Ready. Ready.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A first down throw for Winston. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 6 there on first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he...
Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now Saquon Barkley, a man who played collegiately here in the Keystone State. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Let's go. Green, 39.
On 2nd down, here's Lauletta. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. 3-19. A shotgun snap to Lauletta. And he comes back with one complete. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They'll run for the first time with Hill. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
And they'll try the air now with Lauletta. Open man is Amar Darbo, complete. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. It's Big Vince Williams who made the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Set. Blue landed.
Here's Lauletta now on second to Barkley on the check down. He'll be stopped short of the 25. The nice move couldn't free him. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Lauletta to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Ready. Blue ready.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
56. Lucky 56. Hurry up. Here we go. 319. 319.
Lauletta looking to throw on second down. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. A first down carry for Barkley. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Lauletta from the 50. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Well, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4.
Detroit!
Out of the gun, Lauletta. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Jameis now on first down. Going deep here for Bryant. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. After the penalty, it's Bell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On second down, Peterson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. Winston now to throw on first down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning. On third down, it's Tate, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. And Myers able to knock it through, and the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top. And the Giants ready to come out now. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives. So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it. Punt's better than the turnover. The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy. He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Here's Lawletta. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for the Giants. 59 yards. That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a short return to the 6-yard line. Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Wait. Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Let's go now. Ready? Blue 80. 550.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Second down, Winston. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He's got him in, complete. And all the way down to the 37. A big play there just before halftime. 44 yards. They go play action here on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jabal Sheard able to drop him for a loss of a couple. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary has really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Caught, Safarian Jenkins, right side. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation, let him sneak his way across, coming back underneath, put it in his hands, let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Trying to lay one up deep. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Throwing on third down, Lauletta. He's got the hook up to Lee. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on third down. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Push his way forward here for a good little gain. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. from the gun. Here's Lauletta. This will be caught at about the 6. And that little deke, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the first down yardage before he's brought down. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Saquon Barkley, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants have tied it here, and they can take the lead if they hit the PAT. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Ready. Blue ready.
On 1st and 10, Winston looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make this a 2nd down. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And the Steelers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Working out of the gun, Winston. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Peterson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Brandon, we're into the 2nd half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Winston. And it's brought in by Washington. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, You must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end.
Let's go now.
Now Bell. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Flush to his right. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, try to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that, because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, 3rd and goal. From the gun, Winston. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
Now this is fielded in the end zone. And an alley to run. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. He also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Back now in Pittsburgh. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 47 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. From the red zone now, Winston. Washington with a catch, middle of the field. And he showcases the spin, a pretty good gain before he's taken down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. Pushing and finding his way in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And it's up and good. That pushes the lead now to 15-7. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Lauletta looking for a first down throw. Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. A shotgun snap to Lauletta. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Lauletta. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. It got his man complete. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham, 81 yards. And the Giants are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This one taken from the 7. Wow, evasive.
Make a miss.
And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. In for the score. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. This game wasn't tied for long. How about that? A big return here in the 4th.
And this is that time of game where every big play is magnified. 4th quarter, kick return for a touchdown. You've got to feel great about your chances at this stage of the game.
Yeah, they regain the lead. Now we'll see if they can hold it. An extra point up and through by Myers. And they will take a 7-point lead. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And New York set to take the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Credit the tackle to DJ Swearinger.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the first down with his legs. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Jameis to throw it. Dancing to his left. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Now Myers for the extra point. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead now up to 14. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's
wide open, complete. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
All right, here we go.
Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Lauletta again here on 2nd and 10. To Barkley on the check down. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
A handoff to Barkley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism. They created some nice space for him.
Lauletta looking to throw on 2nd down. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called. As he'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 2. Touchdown, New York. Odell Beckham with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Giants have got it back to a 1-score game. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So a 7-point game, they'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Winston here to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Winston. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Winston. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for him, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 55 yards. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
It doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Lauletta to throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And it's the Steelers that come up with it. And that should just about do it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Steelers, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is